Is the one and only video I'm going to do for Chapter 2, Section 4, Notes and Examples. In this particular video, we're just going to look at the type of homework examples you're going to, homework problems that you're going to have. So I'm going to do examples like those. Again, you need to show work on all the problems. So first, we're going to start, when you're showing work, by writing the problem. And in this case, notice that on either side of the equal sign, we have variable terms. So we want to look to see which side has the smallest variable term. So the right side actually has the smallest variable term. So I'm going to go to that side because 5x is smaller than 4x. And since 5x is positive, I'm going to subtract 5x. So start by moving your variable term so that you only have one variable term on one side of the equal sign. So it's 9x plus 6 equals -3. Now we need to go to our variable side, and that's the 9x plus 6, and subtract 6. So this is 9x equals -9, and now divide by 9. So x is equal to -1. So please start with your smallest variable term when they're on different sides of the equal sign. Number 4, we're going to skip 2 and 3. Number 2 and 3 are like number 1 for our examples. Number 4, we're going to do the same thing. Write our problem. And again, on either side of the equal sign, we have an 8y and a -7y. So we're going to go to the side that has the smaller variable term. Now, if it's negative, it's definitely smaller than the other one. So -7y is smaller than positive 8y. So I'm going to add 7y to both sides. And I get 15y minus 8 equals 37. Now I'm going to add 8 to both sides because I have my variable term side. And now divide by 15. So it makes it much easier if you'll get a variable term on just one side. So move the smaller variable term so that it's on the other side with the other variable term. So y equals 3. All right, number 5 is similar to number 4. I think I skipped number 4, didn't I? Or did I skip number 4? No, I did. Okay, here's number 6. All right, so number 6 looks very similar to number 4. -8y equals 37y minus 7. So the smaller variable term is -8y. So I'm going to add 8y to both sides. Remember, a negative number is always smaller than a positive number. Now, the reason I did this one is I wanted you to see that sometimes we can get a fraction answer, and we need to read our directions and see what kind of answer they want us to have. Just a little reminder. So 15 over 43, since you're getting to use your calculator, you can use that little ABC button. 15 ABC 45 will reduce to 1/3, not 3. Remember, if it's a small number over a bottom number, small number over a top number, then that means it's a proper fraction, not a whole number. All right, let's go to number 7. This one's a little different. On this side, we have to do the distributive property because we have parentheses. And on this side, we're going to have to do the distributive property because we have parentheses. So we're going to start with writing the problem because that's the rule for whenever we're solving equations, Miss Miller's rule. We're going to do the distributive property. So that's 5x minus 25 equals, and on the other side, we have to do the distributive property. So that's 4x plus 20. Now we're going to use the rule that we just started learning, and we're going to move the smaller variable term, which is 4x. So in order to move it, you have to do the opposite, the inverse operation. So we have x minus 25 equals 20. Now we go to the variable side and add 25. So this answer is 45. And notice they already have x equals, so all you have to do is type the number. All right, number 8. So we're going to write the problem. And do the distributive property. Whenever you see parentheses and a number right outside the parentheses, then that means we're multiplying using the distributive property. So positive 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. Positive 2 times positive 5g is positive 10g. Okay, now I need to get some like terms together on the left side. So that's 16g minus 12 equals 1 minus g. Now the smallest variable term is negative g, so I'm going to add g to both sides. So that is 17g minus 12 equals 1. Go to my variable term side and add 12. And then divide by 17. Notice again, we're going to have a small number over a big number, so that's a proper fraction. Don't make it into a decimal. So 13 over 17 is our answer for number 8. Number 9, another problem where we have to do the distributive property. Again, write the problem. And on the left side, I'm going to do the distributive property. So that's 4a minus 12 equals, on the right side, I need to do the distributive property with this negative 1. So that's negative 1 times 4a plus 12, which is negative 4a minus 12. All right, combine like terms on the right side. So I have 4a minus 12 equals 4a minus 12. Now, they are identical. 4a minus 12 equals 4a minus 12. So this is called an identity. So if they are identical, 4a minus 12 equals 4a minus 12, then you're just going to type this is an identity. All right, number 10. Okay, do the distributive property. I get 9x minus 18 equals 9x minus 54. Now in this one, the 9x's are the same. There's not a smaller 9x. I'm just going to mark that out because that will zero out. So notice I have negative 18 equals negative 54. That is not a true statement. So this equation has no solution. Okay? All right, let's skip to number 12. Number 12, we are going to write the problem. So, negative 2 times negative c and negative 2 times negative 20 is positive 2c plus 40. Now, these are not identical. This is a negative 2c on the right, and this is positive 2c on the left. So my smallest is negative 2c. So I'm going to add 2c to both sides. So this one is going to have a solution as far as being a number. So minus 40. So 4c equals negative 60. Divide by 4, and c equals negative 15. So this is A. This is not going to be an identity or no solution because these were not identical. Okay. All right, let's look at a word problem. Number 13. A skier is trying to decide whether or not to buy a season ski pass. A daily pass costs $76. A season ski pass costs $300. The skier would still have to rent skis with either pass for $25 per day. How many days would the skier have to go skiing in order to make the season pass less expensive than the daily passes? Okay, so X is the number of days. All right, so for a daily pass, when they pay this daily pass, they're actually paying it per day. So $76 is for every day that they go. Oops. So that's 76x. Plus, they still have to pay or rent skis, which is $25 per day. Now, the other one is a season pass. So the season pass is just a one-time $300, but they still have to pay $25 per day for each time they go to rent skis. Okay, so here's our equation. Let's combine like terms. So that's 101x equals 300 plus 25x. I need to move my variable term. My smaller one is 25x. So I get 76x equals 300. Now when you divide by 76, you're going to get a decimal, and it's about 3.947. Now it says type a whole number. So this 9 makes that 3 go up to a 4. So the skier would have to go skiing 4 days in order to make the season pass less expensive than the daily pass. All right, number 14, we have the perimeters of the triangle shown are equal. Find the side lengths. I don't know why it's doing that. Find the side lengths of each triangle. So we're going to, perimeter means add up all the sides of a triangle ABC. So that will be 4x plus 5 plus 4x plus 4 plus 4x. So that's what, 12x plus 9. Add up all the sides for PQR. So that's 4x plus 4x plus 5x plus 5. And that will be 13x plus 5. And I have my, that says the perimeters are equal. So that's why I set them equal right here. Subtract 12x from both sides. So 9 equals x plus 5. Subtract 5, and x is equal to 4. Now, they don't want to know that x equals 4. They want to know what AB, BC, AC, PQ, QR, and PR are going to be. So AB from A to B is 4x plus 5. So I'm going to take the x out and put what I found x to be, which is 4. So 16 plus 5 is 21. So AB is 21. BC is between B and C is 4x plus 4. So that's 4 times 4 plus 4. So that's 20. So BC is 20. AC is 4x. Just 4x. So between A and C, that's 4x. So that's 4 times 4. That's supposed to be just a 4, not a 0.4. Which is 16. All right, now let's do PQ. PQ is also 4x, so that's 16. QR is also 4x, so that's 16. And then PR is 5x plus 5. So that's 5 times 4 plus 5. So that's 25. I didn't mean to put 4x here. That's supposed to be 16. Sorry, didn't mean to be confusing. Okay, so that's what they're wanting on that problem. All right, so now you're ready for your homework problems.